Hey, this is David B69. Hope everybody's doing fine today. We have something different right today. We're in between preseason and regular season. We need to advance the week into next week. And it's basically where everybody has their bye and they have to set the roster. So we're going to do... The Eagles made a trade today in real life. Where they traded Phil Whiteside. Don't even know if I know I'm saying that right or not. But they made a trade with Seattle. So I'm going to see if I can make that exact same trade. So I don't know if he's listed as a tight end. Yeah, he is. So he's listed as a tight end. He's only a 67 overall. And the Seahawks gave us back. It was a safety. I'm not sure if it was a strong safety or free safety. I would say strong safety. I don't think he's here anymore. So they might have already cut him. Yeah, they already knocked the roster down, so they already cut him. So, okay. Well, maybe I can just trade him for a draft pick to him. Wow, they have 2 first-round picks. Any chance you're willing to give me one of your picks? I'm going to guess no, but I'm going to ask anyway. Yeah, I'll submit it. Yeah. Could I get a 3rd round from you? Because that's like somewhat decent. No. Let's see here. I'm guessing maybe a 5th, but it might turn out that none of them actually gonna... Not a high enough overall, it says. Maybe a 5th in the following year? No. Used to be able to get away with that. Okay, so let's try a 6. Now, if I tried to give up one of my draft picks, and a 7 for the following year, would that float your boat? Ooh, that's really close. Hold on, everybody. I'll be right back. Okay, so my crazy cat decides that he wants to knock things over downstairs. That's what that was all about. Give me 1 second. You see, if I give up a 6, they should give me a 5th. Yes, there we go. So we got Whiteside, and we transferred him to Seattle. Now I got to look for that other player. Imagine he got cut. Let's see here. Look at league transactions, and I want it just by Seattle. Can I do that? Yeah. Okay. 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 Okay, I don't see him at all. Did Seattle? I'm like less convinced of this deal now than ever because it doesn't make any sense. Ugo Amandi. Where was he before? I mean, he's been in Seattle this entire time. I mean, I don't. I mean, I am correct that he wasn't on the roster. It's Ugo Amadi. Am I right? I mean, am I like losing my mind? And I mean, NFL rosters. I mean, if he's actually on the rosters and I didn't see him, it's going to drive me nuts. Okay. Okay, he's not on the practice squad. Not a kicker. Strong safety. He's neither one of these guys. Free safety. He's not Amadi. He's not out there. Cornerback. He is here. Okay. So they have him listed as a cornerback. Which is my bad now, because now I have, let's see. So what did I get for him? I gotta look at this transaction. I wanna, yeah, the transactions. Okay. They traded the 5th round pick to us. So if I trade their 5th round pick for the 6th and Amandi, maybe that will go through. Okay, let's try that. Okay. Okay. I'll trade their 5th pick. Seahawks. I want to take their. I traded 6 for the following year. Okay. And I want Amadi. There's apparently a cornerback in here. And try to make this deal good. This is killing me because I didn't read this right the first time. So I'm going to have to just give up a little bit more because I screwed up. Okay. Just want to give up a draft pick. Actually, you know what? I could give up one of my loads of crap. Quarterback, right tackle, left tackle. Let's see what I have. Quarterback. None of these guys I don't think is going to move the thing here, especially him being 29. He's 26. Would that move the table any? I really don't think so. I mean, you're just going to cut him. Here, we'll give up the most valuable piece in the world. This kid who, I mean, I gotta let him sit in our system for a year. Both of these guys are getting cut this week, so okay. This is what I'm going to do. I hate doing this. Because it goes against everything I believe in. But I'm going to give you next year's 4th round pick. Okay? But you're no longer going to give me my 6th-round pick from next year back. I want your 5th-round pick from this year. And I'm giving you pieces of crap. Ooh, that's actually less. That's less of a thing. So well, that didn't work out. You know something? They can keep them. They can keep them. We got rid of Whiteside. I'm good with that. We'll just deal with it because he was gonna get cut anyway, right? Look at our roster. I mean, he might have backed up for strong safety. He had no shot in the world at being a cornerback, except, yeah, he had no shot at being a cornerback on our team. So he wasn't even competing there. Okay, so we need to cut 20 players. Some of these guys are going to be really simple. Like this Ricky Lovato, gosh, he's like 29 years old and he's 31 overall. Goodbye. Yeah, this is why I wanted to trade you, because you're a waste of space and I save all this cap space. So see you later. I have 6 active tight ends. Tyree Jackson, you are no longer one of them. Mr. Clark. Yeah, you don't need to be on the team either. Yeah, we have 5 active tight ends. We only need probably 4. This is where it starts getting a little tough. Okay, these guys don't. See, this is a key thing. Some of these guys just don't have any. Okay. We have 8 wide receivers. We don't need him. You get moved to the practice squad. Mr. Scott gets moved to the practice squad. Mr. Hightower gets moved to the practice squad. The practice squad. Yeah, you also get moved to the practice squad. Huntley's a tough one, but I mean, he's the 4th running back. I don't think I need that many running backs. Yeah, you get moved to the practice squad. This is where it gets difficult. People think this is easy. It's not easy. I'm not sure about Huntley. James. Yeah, it's hard to say. I just don't need... You're gone. Okay. Okay, you get moved to the practice squad. Okay. Okay, I have 5 active running backs. I only need 4. So you get moved to the practice squad. You get cut. Yeah, Rodgers is going to stay. I don't need this many defensive tackles. Seven wide receivers is good, but I don't need this many cornerbacks. Like I said, that other guy was at 71 overall. He would not have made our squad. We are cutting Mr. Moreland. We've got 2 other people to cut. Yeah, this is tough. This is definitely tough. I'd probably just cut these linebackers. But it makes more sense to cut this quarterback. But he needs time on the squad. He might actually grow a lot. Our running backs are fine. We don't have any fullback. Not technically. Wide receiver. We're good with wide receiver. Kane is only here because he has speed still. Otherwise, I might have cut him off. They have Rodgers listed, but they didn't have these 2 listed. And I'm really confused on why. I'm just really confused. I mean, was it basically, we do not remember. How do we have plenty of depth in this position? I guess it's because of their speed. Is that why they look at cutting him? No. Yeah, I moved him to the practice squad. See, it's like that's one of those things that just makes sense to do. We have 2 left tackles, 2 left guards, 2 centers, 2 right guards, 2 right tackles. We have 1 left end, 2 right ends, 3 defensive tackles, which is perfectly good. We have 3 left outside linebackers, he was one of the guys that was arguing. Doesn't meet our standards. We got to give him a time. I'm thinking about cutting him. I don't know why you don't recommend it. I guess it's probably because of salary cap. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he has speed. Yeah. Yeah, in the end, it's a numbers game. And I could pick up another wide receiver. So in this case, I'm going to let Kane go. And now we have a roster. Now, what does the franchise staff want? Okay. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm learning a little bit more. I'm going to be eagle-eyeing stuff for the head coach only. And I'm not going to worry about anything for the offense and defensive coordinator. I'm just going to worry about stuff for the head coach and nothing else. So that's my goal this year. Is with where I want to spend that's where I want to spend my points. So that's what we're going to do. We have trade offers. I've never seen this happen before. They actually have a trade offer. I've never seen that. I am politely not interested. Can I reject it? No. I thought it would be easy, nice to shake it off, but there you go. Yeah, I had no interest in that offer. That was a pretty crappy offer. So let's go to next week. And we are going to go to the Detroit Lions. Now we got some things that we got. Yeah, we just always want to do auto-generated rookies. Okay. I was like learning a little bit here that the third, it's like you want to know what you're looking for scouts. So it's always a good idea to know where the best talent is. So it's apparently this has the best. Let's see, Ball State is in the northeast. Middle Tennessee State is in the southeast. But outside linebacker and west is in the west and the northeast. So let's look at the west. Yeah, and that's our current scout is a quarterback, wide receiver. So he doesn't really work there. Which is our, look at that, that's our scouts. Let's see, defense end and inferior offensive lineman. Neither which, neither of them are actually good at. Okay, well, in our northeast, we have a weakness at linebacker. That's always great, and that's where our focus is. Now here we got a strength at wide receiver, so that's good. So one of my scouts and stuff, they have a weakness at free safety. Do we have any place that is? Now, can I reassign you? Can I assign him to the different area? So right now he's doing the west. Can I send him to the southeast? Good. And this guy that is an expert on the safety. Safety and wide receiver. Do we have, is there any strong area where safety and wide receiver? See, it doesn't seem like it. So what we're going to do, well, maybe we move him to the central. So what we'll do is we'll move you to the central. Okay. Now we have a defense of end and inside linebacker. Okay, we'll send him to the northeast. Now, you're a quarterback, middle linebacker. You don't have anything, buddy. So what we need to do is we will assign you to the west. And I think that makes sense, Stephen. And they had an outside linebacker, but you know, might just fire him. Yeah, I need outside linebacker, and yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I sent you out west, and we already have a young quarterback. Yeah, you're gone. I want to fire you. There you go. You're fired. Okay. Now I want to hire a scout. How do I hire a scout? Hire. Free agent scouts. Here we go. Here we go. Offensive tackle and inside linebackers. Rather have you out. Anybody offensive tackle? Got a lot of guys. Okay. Well, this guy is our linebacker expert. I say guy, he's a girl. Yeah, we're gonna hire you. And then you get to go west. See, now we got okay. So now I can feel better about it that we have a scout for each region. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So we got outside. We got outside linebacker, inside linebacker. So it'll be good there. You know, is there any? Yeah. So I feel pretty good about being able to get more wide receiver depth in the draft and being able to do more. So I feel really good about it. And yeah, so players, who wants to negotiate this early and before the season even started? Of course, Cam Newton does. Kelsey, you're retiring after this year. You're not. I don't really have a hard time believing that you're actually going to play after this year. 34 years old. He's going to be tough. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough year. It definitely is going to be a tough year with some of these players. Let's get into our weekly strategy. Detroit was mostly run. I'm thinking we're actually going to be worried about the short pass. I think that should be our strategy. And this week I want to when you throw it short, it makes sense. But I like to run inside. Okay. The goal was to get an interception. I'm going to say 24 points or less. And 300 offensive yards. Let's win the turnover battle. That's my goal. Start our training. No injuries. That's the big thing of checking here. We want to make sure we have no injuries going into next week, which we don't, so we're good. And we have players to upgrade. Need you a little bit better against the pass, because if there's an injury that happens, I can't afford you to screw up that much. You notice he's already on the trade block. And the same thing with Landon Dickerson. We need you to be able to pass protect a little bit better. It happens too often where people get through. Just really hard to deal with. That's what happens and stuff. There's been just so many players that just get right through. So we're ready to play the game. But there's one other thing that we have to do, and I was looking at some of the settings, and I was looking at other players play. Was in the league settings. I'm okay with the difficulty and all that. Yeah, we're just going to turn this down to 10 minutes because I thought it's like I was feeling 11 minutes was a little too long, and it just the games were spreading too long. So we have to cut it down to 10 minutes, and that just it seems like. I was watching other players play, and it just seemed like the right thing. So let's get the game going.
It's week 1 of the 2022 season, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Eagles and the Lions, and it's coming up next.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we have arrived at the start of another NFL season, the most exciting time of the year And CD, both of these storied teams we're about to see trying to take a step forward this year. Philadelphia, a lot of optimism there that they can get in the postseason and make some noise. Detroit, of course, we know the story of their franchise. They're just trying to get out of that NFC North basement.
But one thing I know about you, partner, you're extremely empathetic, and you do feel for those Lions fans because they have not had a postseason win to celebrate since 1991. They are excited about the direction the franchise is headed, though. They thought they had a good draft, they loved their front office, and they really liked their head coach. As for Philadelphia, they made some moves during the draft and in free agency that put them squarely in a position to compete not just for a playoff spot, but to go deep on a good run.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway from Ford Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback, now in his third season, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts got the green light as a starter from the Philly organization and took really good steps as the next in line of mobile quarterbacks in the city, following names like Michael Vick, Donovan McNabb, and Randall Cunningham. He led the team in all quarterbacks in the NFL in rushing, and he took Philadelphia to the postseason while throwing for over 3,000 yards.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Hurts sets up to throw it, eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. They find some open field here. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
The straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On first down, Hurts. And that nearly intercepted on his very first throw of the game. Fortunate there at 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Hurts there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
They go play action with Hurts. Rolling to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
Certainly a different set of circumstances awaited Jared Goff in Detroit last season after his trade from Los Angeles. He made what he could out of them and managed 3 wins on a rebuilding Lions team. They should improve this year behind Goff after an offseason where they made considerable investments in order to try and improve this ball club.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. Tackle made by Kaiser White. You know he can fly to the ball, and he showed it there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. There's Gone. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, Bobby, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another big play and another Lion first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
On 2nd down, Swift. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 is your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
On 1st and 10, Gone. And that is incomplete here.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff. Connecting here with Chark on the out route. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because it's a
open man and he's got Williams. Touchdown Lions. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Lions are on the board here first in the season opener. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate, let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff, and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on, and as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Another run here with Sanders. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Hurts. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly appears that they're going to try to keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in this direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet. But I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders as they stop him short of the line to gain. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. Back deep is DJ Chark. Taking it about the 16. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Goff on 1st down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Goff. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
As a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Goff's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Goff, a handoff here to Swift. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw is gone. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On 1st down, it's gone. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football.
as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now it's gone. His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Out to his left. Airing it out deep for Smith. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
A fake the give to Sanders. Now Hurts on the move to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
After the interception, here's gone. Open man right side is Sharp. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Loaded with talent, DJ Chark hasn't been able to stay on the field to replicate a Pro Bowl season from 2019. Detroit gave him a big one-year prove-it deal to see if he can recapture that form, and he comes through here with a first down catch.
On first down, gone. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Goff.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Well, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
Second down, back to Sanders. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed a maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
1st down, and they go with Swift again. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Goff now looks to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3-and-out on the last possession, they told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. Malik McDowell there to make the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Second down, back to Sanders. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra deep. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril. Yeah,
we saw the result, negative yardage. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete.
Right the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
From the 50, it's gone. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now gone. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Malik McDowell coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Hurts. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. So far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Here's Aaron Sipas now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. First down throw, gone. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And it's the Jaguars who are out in front. Zay Jones, a touchdown catch in that first half. From there, we'll head to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And that one all tied against the visiting Saints. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they did have some success running the football in those first two quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. And meanwhile, for the Lions, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. But we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
This will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Here's Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee he's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. He's got it to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Goff throwing again. And Sharp calls it in. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill in for a loss.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw is gone. And in for the Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown from 17 yards out. And the Lions are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Goff looking to throw, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that brings the lead up even further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
This fielded right at the goal line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On first down, Hurts. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. It seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 85 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now it's gone. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Goff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now Goff on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Goff. And that's It's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throwing on third. Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Patterson's kick is good, and the rout is on. It's 24-0. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Hurts throw there, complete to Rodgers. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
It's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Swift going to try up the middle. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still had the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That one complete. He finds Shark. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is going to have the Lions first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Goff. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Tell you what, Brandon, if I see a dime look, if I see 6 defensive backs near the goal line, I'm changing to a running play every time.
And they had 6 there. Surprised he didn't audible at the line?
Very much so. I'm going to count on my offensive line in this situation against the lighter defensive.
Touchdown! Jared Goff for his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions have opened the lead up to 30. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
From the 29, Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I don't even know what to do there. I mean, that was a perfectly, I don't get it.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Great, a torn lane room. That's exactly what we need. Man.
Goff now to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for
them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much right after the catch.
Hurts. Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They go back to the ground with Sanders. On the move past the 40. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Another run with Sanders. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this run game.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg. And they're at least trying to finish out strong.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it, and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Goff now looks to throw. He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play that is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Throwing is Hurts.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And now here's another interception.
And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
You saw on the bottom of that stat, 11 times Hurts was pressured.
And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Washington Commanders come to town.
Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, I just... There's turnovers just kill us. Four more turnovers and we lost by 4 touchdowns. Coincidence? Don't think so. I mean, our rushing yards were fine. Its passing yards could have been a lot better, but yeah, I don't know.